Hey, on today's daily sprint, we're talking about increasing our purpose, passion, and meaning. And today we're talking about increasing our mental toughness. And I think that this is something really, really important because just kind of like physical strength or physical toughness, we don't just like wake up weak. Normally we kind of like shave a little off here, we just quit working out a tiny bit. And then over years, sometimes even decades, we're like, oh my gosh, I can't get off the toilet because I've atrophied so much. I think it's the same way with mental toughness. And I think that the seasons that we've been in is really chipping away at a lot of our mental toughness. I know it is definitely for me, and I can't imagine that I'm the only one. So mental toughness is something that I am focusing a little bit more on. And I came up with these 4 things that I'm going to be implementing in my life to keep myself mentally tough. Number 1, I want to start the day off with a win, with overcoming something hard. So snooze is gone. I never used to use the snooze button. I didn't even know what the snooze button meant. I really didn't. But Erica taught me what it meant, and I started using it more. I never used to use the snooze. The snooze is gone, okay? Getting rid of the snooze. Number 2, okay, this is something that I've done ongoing, but a good friend of mine, a buddy of mine called me out on this the other day. Impeccable with your word. I've always said, hey, I'm impeccable with my word. Well, he was over and he goes, hey, who is Bob Barganov or whatever? And I'm like, oh, that's the person who used to live here. And he's like, well, why are you using their Netflix? And I'm like, well, they left the TV here. We bought it as part of the deal for the house. And, we watched the Netflix. It just kind of logs right in. He goes, well, are you paying for that Netflix? And I'm like, no. Yeah, and at first I was like, come on, dude. But then, no. I like that. Hey, I like that. You don't steal Netflix if you're impeccable with your word. I don't care if it's your mom's, your sisters, and all of that, and I really didn't think of it until he brought it to my attention. So, Sean, you the man. But I'm talking about like not watering it down, no little white lies, but no, your word is your word. You want Netflix, Jesse? Pay for it. All right. Number 3, physically challenging ourselves. Our standard. I have a standard. I do a 15-minute run 5 times a week. Not necessarily always 7, not 6. Sometimes it is 6 or 7, but 15-minute run. Sometimes the run stinks. It's absolutely horrible. Okay. Other times it's not so bad, but that gets done. Number 4 is getting around other mentally strong people. And then number 5 is I have my WMO, weekly method of operations, or you can call it a daily method of operations. That gets done. It's 6 tasks. That gets done every single day. That is my standard, okay? It gets done. So maybe for you, it's a task list or your own income producing activity, your daily method of operations, whatever it might be. So that I know it's 5. So that is 5 things that I've noticed mentally tough people do that I am going to continue to do some of them and kind of focus on some that have kind of eroded a little bit, like that snooze button. Let me know in the comments what you're doing to increase your mental toughness. Thanks for tuning in.